everybody. I hope you're all well. Welcome to another WIP Wednesday. That fantastic day of the week. Heresy! Hi Nash, how you doing? Heresy indeed. We plan on committing all of the heresy today. You actually made it here, well done! Sorry about this, one sec. Apologies, it is very warm in here. Yes, I agree with the consensus of chat though. Go to bed, Nash. But yes, we do plan on committing all of the heresy today by painting up all of the Emperor's children. And by all of them, I mean 5 of them. Or at least trying to work on 5 of them. But we will also be showing off all your fantastic whips in chat, so please, by all means, ! Dis to get access to the Discord. Show us what you've been working on. I really want to see it. Well, I suppose I'd best get on with it then. And in true whip fashion, before I even get on with the whips that I myself am actually going to be dealing with today, I do also actually have some other works in progress to do. Mostly fixing some broken models. Starting with Ember's Screamer Killer. Or as the algorithm demands and has forced our language to change as such, the Screamer Unaliver. Oh, okay. I think that's completely dried up. So, oh no, we might still be some life left in that. Possibly not. So I'm just gonna, rather than risk it, I'm just gonna chuck that out and crack into a fresh one. Because, you know, that seems like the sensible thing to do. There we go. A little bit of... Is that cat hair? I wouldn't be surprised if it is. There we go. There we are. So that's for you, Ember does a thing. You can come get him whenever you want. Otherwise, I'll just give it to you after the stream. Let's just pop him over there for now. Not the only thing I've got to fix, like. Again, on theme with Emperor's Children, we do have this Phoenix Guard Terminator dude person. And bear in mind, this isn't like 3D printed or anything like that. This is genuine Forge World, expensive resin, and literally it's snapped off without even so much as a stiff breeze coming in contact with it. So, you know, make of that what you will. You know, 60 quid or so well spent and all that. But never have I actually built a kit that's been this prone to breakages before. It's ridiculous. Hopefully that's sorted and I don't need to worry about that for a while. If we're lucky, we might actually be able to come back to those ones tonight. But for now, I'm just going to focus on my noise machines. Ready to bring the noise and or possibly the funk. You can neither confirm nor deny the accusations involved with that. There we are, nice sharp focus. So we've got one here that I want to kind of get this one up to the same level as the others before I then start having a think about actually which colour scheme am I going to go for, or am I just going to do a squad of each in each colour scheme? Just for sort of inspiration's sake, so you can kind of see what I'm working with here. We kind of have like noise marines through the ages in a way with this little lot. So we have your classic Heresy era colour scheme, which, if I'm fancy enough, I might be able to do a thing. Give me a second. There we go. So, just to give you a bit of an idea, you've got, hi, Blep. Blep, wait, hi, Blep? Your name's not Blep. Blep to you. I got off tomorrow. Off tomorrow, no bed for me. I mean, you probably should go to bed at some point, just as a FYI, but yeah, I suppose at least you don't have to. So yeah, we have your classic Heresy era colour scheme of Emperor's Children, which is one of the things we're going to be going for, and I'm probably going to be painting up the Phoenix Guard to be like that, because that way I can use them in Horus Heresy, as well as I still have it in my head that they kind of look perfect as they are. They don't really need changing, so, you know, in their pursuit of perfection, they've already kind of achieved it. Go cycling tomorrow morning early. Yeah, that works. I hope you enjoy yourself. Our other options is again sort of based on a Heresy era image, where we've kind of bumped up the saturation of like the pinks and magentas in it, only simply just by treating it slightly differently. And this is largely based off of this image here, where their armor kind of looks more pink. Now, I'm aware that's more of a lighting thing, but I still like it. I still think it's kind of cool. And it does still work. It does still work quite nicely, for that matter. Other options involve... So you go with this one first. Your very classic contemporary noise marine look, of which I've used this image here specifically as the reference guide for it. And I'm actually, this is one of the ones I'm the happiest with, believe it or not. Like, that I really, really like. I think that looks really quite nice. To the point where I could probably see myself doing pretty much the entire army like this for the most part. But there's still other options. I think it looks good with the higher highlights, but this one's too bright. But that's the point. The Noise Marines. It's meant to be bumping sensation like beyond the levels of pain. Pain, vividness, and luridness. there is, of course, this one, which I'm on the fence about because I kind of want it to try and get to like close towards that image there, that reference image. And this is going for your very kind of like dark, deep purples, black trim with like the tiniest amount of, like the tiniest suggestion of gold in like a few key places. And I like this one, but it's also a little too dark, if that makes sense. But I kind of dig where we're going with this. Like that might still get used for something. I haven't decided yet. Needs a lot of tidying up, but we're getting somewhere with it. And last but not by no means least is this one here, which is nowhere near finished yet, but where I'm going to be going with this one is this image here, which is a very tricky reference image to work with because it's a completely different unit altogether, but you kind of see the idea, like the bright metallic kind of hot pink trim with very dark black armor, and again just the tiniest hints of like silver and gold with some of the metallic areas. I'm going to try and get this one close to that reference image up there tonight, and then I'll probably have a much better idea sort of which route I'm going to be going down. So we'll see. We'll see how we get on. I think for now, though, it's going to be pretty straightforward because it's mostly going to be a lot of dry brushing. So we'll get our old dry brush palette out. And we'll use a very focused dry brushing for this, I feel, is going to be our best bet. So straight into some Warlord purple because we want that nice, we want a bright magenta. I'm also going to pull the camera back a little bit. There we go. Just so I'm not likely to hit the camera as I'm moving stuff around. There we go. Because we're going to go with like a very light pop of pink on the trim. We kind of want that pop of pink to be nice and bright, like very kind of in your face bright. And again, it's fitting for Emperor's Children. There we go. But yes, by all means, like, what has everyone else been getting up to? I'll say this much for myself, it's mostly been a case of just binge watching Disenchantment because season 5 dropped on Netflix pretty much all at once the other day. There we go. Great. And I think what we'll do, we'll swap away from the dry brush. We'll swap away from the dry brush and we'll work in just a very light amount of squid pink. So we've got a nice bright pink to refer to for our highlights, I feel. I think the main thing is going to be using this to pick out rivets first. And then we can deal with our highlights after that. Because I think our highlights are going to be possibly the trickiest element to do in this particular variant. Okay, see, I'm not massively happy with that, or with how this is turning out so far, but it's early days yet. I think maybe I've gone into this colour a bit too early. Right. New plan. What we'll do, we'll go back into our Warlord purple. And we'll use this just as sort of like a highlighting kind of step. Or more accurately, kind of like a layering step. Problem is, I don't want to be spending too much time on this, because if I'm going to be painting a whole army like this, I would want to be able to do it quickly. And this feels like the very antithesis of that. And so I'm trying to stick with like easy to replicate schemes for these guys, but done in such a way that I can still spend that little bit of extra time on them to make them look that little bit extra special if needs be. I'm not very much aware of the memes as well. Don't pick Chaos Space Marines if you don't want to be painting lots of trim. But I argue it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be an all or nothing kind of thing.
Charge!
Oh? Where are you charging to in particular? Catching ghosts and ghost watchers with friends at the moment. Alright. How's that going for you? aka catching scary Pokemon. Is that not just the premise of like the prologue to 13 Ghosts? Catching scary Pokemon. Or spoiler alert, the secret underground bunker people behind Cabin Fever. Sorry, not Cabin Fever. Cabin in the Woods. So if I am carrying, aka doing it once they've all missed 3 to 4 times. So all's going well then. You're alive. Okay, well that's good then. I'd say that's definitely good progress. But now it is, come get me, ghost. I'll stuff this salt. For this game, at first I was afraid. I was petrified, but now it's come get me, ghost. I'll stuff this salt in your face. Oh. That sounds like my experience with Faz, to be honest with you. right. So we're almost getting there now. Good grief. Bloody trim. And this is where things get a little bit tricky, because now I have to try and decide where the highlights are going to go. And truthfully, I'm not sure I'm ready to make that kind of commitment yet. I suppose. I suppose we do need to make a decision at some point, don't we? Yeah, I think honestly this is the best thing I can do, is just pick an area and stick with it. I don't think it matters too much where I put the highlights, so long as I'm consistent with it. Hmm. There we are. I feel like it's possibly the best way I can do it. I think the real test is going to be when I get the black down for the armor, which I'm going to do in a bit anyway. Hopefully this will tie this scheme together, but we'll see. So far of all of them, this is the one I'm the least convinced about. But I do owe it to myself to at least try. I might feel differently about it once it's done. Okay. See, it's very much like I thought. I might feel differently about this once I actually get the black on it. And yeah, I do. Like, I'm still not 100% certain about whether or not I would paint too many models in this particular scheme, because this is a very fussy scheme. But yeah, I think overall I am starting to warm up to this now. Just got the demon, I hate those. Alright. I still haven't played Ghost Watchers myself. Running through the house alone, blowing out candles and closing doors to weaken it. Oh, right, okay. Decent protective item, expect for something to throw in its face. They were too scared. Oh, right. Well, it's like you said, pretty much carrying your friends there. Now that I've got a PC capable enough of running it, definitely expect Remnant Records to make a return on stream soon. Because, my god, do I enjoy the heck out of that game. I think I can appreciate and enjoy it even more when it's not turning my setup into absolute breakfast. I think we're definitely getting there. And you know what? I'm actually really enjoying this. Just had to plus 60 in Shame Golf. Damn rippers, but they are so cute. They are, to be fair. They are heckin' adorable. Monstrous little things they are. I mean, they're pretty much just if someone turned around and said, what if the chest bursters from Aliens were very, very cute, but there were so many of them? Also, my post on r/Tyranids has took off. Oh, nice! This is your post of the Bio Titan, isn't it? it does look fantastic, like. Didn't expect peeps to like it. Why not? It's great. Because how some get over 3D printed bits? The Warhammer community on Reddit's a little bit more friendly to that sort of thing, which is weird because the Reddit community has a very toxic reputation. But I argue it can't possibly be anywhere near as bad as Twitter. Do it! Like, you've been kind of putting off playing Starfield all day just so you don't get sucked into it. I say go for it. I've got some new games in my Steam wishlist that I fully plan on booting up after the stream, so don't expect to see me for a little while afterwards. There we go. Yeah, I still stand by what I said earlier. This is by far the fussiest colour scheme I've ever painted. But damn if it doesn't look good. Oh, still the helmet to do. There we go. We definitely have a start on it at least. Still got quite a bit to do yet though. But it's a good start nonetheless. I suppose the real question is going to be, what colour do I do the gun? Let's get a few of the metallics down first, and then I can make my mind up from there. So let's go with some gold. Because I feel like that's the one I'm going to use pretty sparingly. Go some gold and some chainmail silver. Ooh, that's having difficulty covering. That just really does not seem to want to go on. No, that's a little better. Yeah, there we are. That was the main issue. Didn't have the paint thick enough. Okay. Right, let's have a think. What other bits should be in gold? Think maybe the top of the trim here on that helmet. Trim makes a massive amount of sense actually, so maybe not. Ooh, there is however that belt buckle. Let's do the skull on that and the gold. And then there's this like chaos symbol hanging off his belt. So we can do that and the chain it attaches to in gold. Maybe a couple of the elements of the gun. We'll try and keep it predominantly in, and I'm thinking maybe silver actually. Again, not super sure if doing this like tube in the gold makes a massive amount of sense, but we're gonna go for it anyway. You know, who's to tell us and say it just doesn't work that way, or that it's not meant to be like that? Right. Let's do everything else in the chainmail silver. There we go, we're getting somewhere. We'll just try and quite quickly do some of these other details. Such as some of these tubes leading into the mask there. we've got just some details in the power pack there that we'll do in the silver. Just like so. We'll do that speaker grill on his shoulder there. And the eyes and the face as well. And we'll do these areas where the tubes and pipes connect into the shoulder pads. Yeah, we'll also do these skulls just on the cooling air. I don't know what they are. They're like, so like vents on the power pack. Either way, these bits, we'll do these in silver as well. We'll also do the details on the back here as well. Just the same for these little pipes and tubes as well. I'm definitely getting somewhere with this. I'm hoping once we get the washers onto some of these, it'll really tie it all together. Because at the moment that gold and all that metallics is just a bit too bright. So we do just need to knock it back a touch. We'll also do this chainmail towards the back of the armor there as well. Right, we'll just pick up a couple of details on the gold with a quick second coat. And this is just more about coverage and opacity than anything else. Here we go. don't think I need to do a second coat on the horns. I think they're fine. Right, we'll get some Carabao Crimson, and we're going to use this to wash down all those metallics. The reason I'm using that instead of Druchii Violet is because it's going to go much better with the pink. Also, I forgot to do the skull on his chest. There it is. I know it's only a small detail, but still an important one nonetheless. Also do the bottoms of this sort of Roman Legionnaire style skirt in the gold as well. There we go. And go back into the chainmail silver just so we can do a quick second coat on the chainmail itself. There we go. Right, into a little bit of the Carabao Crimson, and we're going to start washing this over those metallics, starting with the horns on the back here. Heck, nearly out of bases again. Wow. Is that because of all the rippers you've printed? Nope, not bare stem yet. Oh god. I dread to think then. Ooh. Okay, slight thing here. This actually does a really good job of tying in those highlights on the trim together quite nicely. I hadn't thought of doing it that way originally. But it just knocks that colour back a little bit. Oh wow, okay. Okay, yeah, I am really liking how this is coming out. Ah, god damn it. Slight dyspraxia moment there. But yeah, I'm actually really enjoying this. Depending how this comes out once it's done, this might be the one. But I'm not quite finished with that yet. I'm just gonna have to leave that to dry for a while before I come back to it, which gives me a bit of time to finish off this one, because I feel like I can do this one a little bit better. mostly to try and pull it closer to that. And I think the way I'm going to be able to do that is with some of the gold. I think the mistake I made with this was not enough of it. It might even be a case of me pulling all the bits I like out of the different test schemes and combining them into one. That might be the way to do it. And we'll do the vents on the back of the power pack here. Just that little pop of gold. We'll just repaint these tubes around the mask there in gold as well. And same with that tube at the top there on the gun. I think I could probably do the fixings around here, where the tubes lead into the armor in the gold too. And same with these bits. Just so we've got a couple of little embellishments. We'll also do the collar around the top of the armor in the gold as well, just so it kind of matches up with this, with the color scheme in that picture there up above. There we go. Okay. Okie dokie, right. I think what we can do with this one is same as what we've done with the others, where we wash it in Druchii Violet. Ah, there it is. I was wondering where my Drucci Violet wash had gone. I just realised we've been going 2 hours and I've not even had a look at the whips in the Discord. I feel terrible for that. I'll get the wash on this model first, and then we'll do a quick dive into the whips, see what people have been posting. So if you've got any of your own to share, now's the time to do it. Popped some whips up. Excellent. We shall have a look in a moment. Right. Let's have a look. See. Ooh. Oh, I don't think I actually stuck an emote on that one. Aha! Trying out some basing styles. Ooh. Nice work, the little bit of torn up cork there. I'm glad those have worked out quite well for you, actually. Are these your Von Ryan's Leapers by any chance? They're looking good. Just need to finish base, decide what colour to tint the guns. Ooh. Might I make a suggestion of blue like you've done with your termies up above? No, on a simulator, I'm leaving off the back tentacles as don't like them. That's fair. I was debating whether or not to do that myself with the non-emissary. But I love it, especially with the purple tint on the sort of back vents, whatever the heck those things are. I don't think it's ever made clear what those things are meant to be on a Tyranid. Ew. Oh, Bunker's been busy. What have we here? Some Space Wolf guy. I probably should know the name of it. I don't off the top of my head though, unfortunately. Some murdering bastard, let's be honest. That's every Space Wolf ever. Murdering bastards. Betting the rocket comes with and making my own using it into battle terrain bits. Nice idea, that's awesome. But yeah, I'm loving the detail on this. Especially on the fur, that looks really good. Araman! We stand one Azek Araman. And in his proper Heresy era colour scheme as well. Nice work there. Absolutely love it. I've always preferred his Heresy design. To his 40k one. I don't quite know why. It's just always appealed to me more. And I'm guessing some Blood Angel guy? Ah, definitely Blood Angels. I feel like it's the... Is that the Lieutenant in with Jump Pack? I don't know. Either way, I love it. That's fantastic. Quite appropriately timed, considering they've just they're announcing the Captain in Jump Pack, because he could probably use that in place of it very easily. I'm guessing Crimson Fists Terminator Captain. Oh, I love the detail on the purity seals with the little writing there. You've come a long way, Bunker, being able to do all that. And the weathering on that cape is absolutely fantastic. That's brilliant. Love it. I have no idea what this is. It looks like some angry dwarf guy. I genuinely don't know, but it's cool. I like it. I like the different stitched together fabrics for the cape. That's a nice touch. But yeah, well done you, Bunker. You've done some fantastic work. Ooh, which does someone play a Tyranids against you and they had rippers as decoration on bases and some large models? Would that bother you? I was not being used as rippers in game purely decorative, as if they're nipping between the legs of Screamer Killer and normal simulator. So more like they're constantly falling off shouldn't matter. Loose rippers, no issue at all. Scroll down with the other model, but feel a little more realistic to have a little guy starting around the big ones. Actually, that would be a really cool idea. You should totally do that. No, that's fantastic. And some good stuff there being thrown into the whips as of late. Big thank you everyone who's done so. By all means, please chuck some more in. And we'll have another look before we finish up tonight. Not like I haven't got loads of rippers. Well, exactly. I mean, you're going to have something to do with them. But that's a great idea. Like, you should totally run with that. Right. Okie dokie. Let's see. Is there anything else I can do with these? Before I move on, just to sort of finish up some of the details on them. Actually, yes. Yes, there absolutely is. And that's probably to do their skin. Yeah, I think we'll do some skin and do some tidying up on a few areas. And then we'll like finish off some of the daft little details. I think is going to be our best bet. Tell you what, we'll start off with is the cape, loincloth thing. There's only a little bit of cloth, so we don't need to worry too much about it, but we can at least get that done. I just need some, I do believe wolf grey is gonna be my best bet here. So this is the one that's in the Heresy era colour scheme. So yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense to do it with that way, I feel. We'll start with the area that's the hardest to see, which is the area closest to the body. Just because those bits aren't going to be so easily spotted in amongst everything else that's going on. There we go. Nice and straightforward for that. And I'm thinking for things like the other cables on the, are they called sonic blasters? I don't quite remember what the name of the the guns that the Noise Marines carry is. Because then you've got the Doom Siren. You've got Doom Sirens, you've got Sonic Blasters. And there's another one for that big, really big thing. The overcompensation cannon. Which, I don't care if that's what it's actually called, that's now what it's going to be called. Yeah, if we just stick with black, it just keeps it nice and simple for this as well. Here we go. Again, just keeping things nice and simple. Just going to do some straightforward black for the gloves. Actually makes neatening those areas up so much easier. There we go. We'll just do the joins and the sort of void suit as well that he's wearing in the same colours. And just because I'm a little boring like that, I'm also going to do the same with the leather pouches. We'll just do those in black as well. And let's face it, black leather feels very Slaanesh. that. It's going to do the same with this little pouch here. And that'll get us pretty much most of the way there. Alright, next up we'll grab a bit of Rakar flesh for the skin. And again, just sticking with the same brush because we don't really need to change up much. It just keeps things nice and straightforward whilst we're working on fine finicky detail. We'll just thin that down a little bit. And start applying this all over the skin. I'm also just trying to be careful and pay attention to where the skin and the machinery separates. Like, naturally there's going to be some crossover. So if we try and keep those elements as separate as possible, it'll make things a lot easier for us. There we go. No, I'll let that dry before we go ahead and apply any washers to it. Which will give us the time we need to do the same with this guy. Oh, it's just me, but in this current state with the heads that I've picked for these particular models, I'm just getting very much sort of like Darth Vader without his helmet vibes off of them. Which I'm not exactly upset about. Like, I think it works in a weird way. Right, so we'll do the same with this one, in that we'll block in the colour on all the like the pipes and tubes and all the other daft little details and such. Again, same as with the others. we'll just do the void suit and leather pouches and things in black, just to keep it all nice and simple. No sense overcomplicating it when it doesn't need to be. But it still works. These colours still go together really well, so just as a last push, if you have anything that you want to share, any works in progress, whether it be miniatures, traditional art, digital art, whatever you feel like it, whatever you've been getting up to, if you want to share it on stream, chuck it in the Discord and we'll go and take a look at it before we finish up for the night. Because I do aim to be signing off probably in about half an hour. So last calls for the Discord. go. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. Right. The last thing I want to do with this one in particular is the cloth, which isn't going to be the same as what I've done with the Heresy era one. In fact, it's going to be the same for the one that we've done with pink trim and black armor. And for that, we're going to go into some Vallejo Dark Sea Blue. Just a slightly different colour, which appears to be a colour that's used quite extensively on artwork for like their current colour scheme. And just sort of dark teal kind of colour. For now it's just base coats. We will brighten it up in a moment or two. Once we're done with this. But for now we just want a nice even coat of this colour. Just all over that loincloth. And we'll do the same for the sort of leather straps on the other model. Ooh, this one here. There we go. There we are, just a tiny little detail, but it does make a heck of a lot of difference. And all we'll do is we'll go into the Rakarth flesh again, just to be able to give everything a quick little second coat. Again, just trying to keep that coverage quite nice and quite full. And we'll do the same with the other one over here. There we are. Now it's just going to be a case of just letting that dry for a bit before we move on. And what we'll do as well is we'll give the white cloth on the Heresy era model a quick second coat. There we go. And last but by no means least, a quick second coat of the dark teal. Just on the two models where we're using that as the accent-ish colour for the cloth. We'll probably also use this as a highlight colour for some of the black details. Rather than using grey. There we go. Right. What we'll do now is we'll get our last shade paint out that we're going to use for the evening. And that's going to be some Colia green shade. And we're going to get a couple of different uses out of this. Main one being to shade down that dark teal that we've been working with. But we'll also use it on some of the leathers. But first things first. That skin's nice and dry, so we'll go into some Drucci Violet. And we're just going to shade the entire head, or rather all the flesh that's on display, in the Drucci Violet there. And we'll use this to get kind of like a nice a very sort of warped, corrupted kind of flesh tone. To all those heads. That still ties in quite nicely with the themes and ideas of Slaanesh. Right, we'll wait a moment or two because that's not quite dry yet. So what we'll do is we'll take our Colia green shade and we'll use it first and foremost on the cloth on our Heresy era model. And there, that green just contrasts quite nicely with all the purple. And again, we'll use it just to tint down all the leathers and the void suit as well. Same with these pipes and tubes here as well. Just gives us a little bit something different to work with rather than just pure black. And again, makes a bit of a nice contrast against the rest of the colours that we've used. But it just means fundamentally the core colours that I'm going to be using on this particular army are pretty much the same. It's going to be some variant of purple slash pink slash magenta, gold, silver, black, and like a dark teal. So focused on the other ones, I completely forgot about this guy. we are. We'll just finish up with doing the black for all the leathers, the pipes and tubes. And everything else. On this particular model here. We'll do all the grenades and things on this guy's belt. And yeah, I may feel like I'm rushing these little bits, and that's kind of because I am. Only because I'm just not that interested in doing them, if that makes sense. They just feel very superfluous to the rest of the colour scheme. But they're there, so we need to paint them. Right. We'll get some Cordia green shade on all those dark teal areas. Come back to that one. And same as what I mentioned before, I'll use the Cordia green shade just to go over all the leathers and the seals on the void suit in this particular colour as well. It'll just allow us to take a slightly different approach to it. Just to make those areas stand out from like the rest of the black on the armour. Different materials and all that. We'll probably finish up once I'm done with these last few bits. There we go, almost done. There we are, almost done. Now I'm thinking for this one, we're actually just going to keep those gloves sort of that dusty pink purpley kind of colour, because it kind of works. There we go. So, as I say, we'll just go into the coalia green shade just for the leathers and the seals in between the void suits. There we go, right. I think that just leaves... Yeah, I think that just leaves this one here to do the same with. There we are, right. That's all of those done. So we can come back and deal with the rest of those next time. Finishing them off, hopefully. We'll just be doing the last few details on them. Mostly a lot of layering and highlighting, I feel. Right. So we'll just do one last little look in the Discord. Oh, Oh, Mango's posted a whole bunch of stuff. Mostly a lot of Ultramarines. Very nice. Hey, those are looking good. Interesting choice. Blue for the Purity Seals. Don't see many people do those. Ooh, I love how the whites come out on that Apothecary though. Those are looking fantastic, Mango. Brilliant work. Zoanthropes have been primed. Oh, nice. Sweet. Okay. Right. What we'll do in which case then is we'll... Oh, Genesteal's nearly here. Oh, even better. Sweet. Things are definitely come along quite nicely for you all there. Right. So yeah, these are some of the fussiest models I've ever had the privilege of painting. But I'm enjoying how they're coming out, and I'm still kind of on the fence as to which ones I like the most. I think I'm going to have a better time figuring it out once they're all completely finished, though. They're not quite there yet, but they're getting close. But that's like a proper band of 5 Noise Marines there, which is pretty damn sweet. Right. Let's see. Is there anyone I can chuck you all at for a raid? We've had a very quiet night tonight, and I suspect it's been because everyone's been playing Starfield. Let's see. Let's chuck you all at Eric Swinson, who's currently in the middle of painting a bust, which is certainly a thing, and he's only just started about 5 minutes ago, so that feels like a... Oh, no, never mind. Okay, there's only one of you. Nah, okay, we won't bother with that then. In which case, I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to head off. Thank you all for joining me. We'll be back again with the Noise Marines next week on WIP Wednesdays, so feel free to join me then. We have a brand new project on the go for Massive Mondays, and this Saturday, for Spooky Saturday, we'll be playing Ploppy Playtime Chapter 2, so please come join me for that. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Bye!